Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. Happy anniversary. 70 years is an incredible achievement. And to honor that anniversary in this time of COVID where we can't get together, we thought we'd put together this video of messages from each of us, followed by a slideshow of pictures over the years. We just want you to know how much we love and appreciate you and hope you have a great anniversary.
Mom and Dad, 70 years ago, you started quite an adventure. Through it all, you've survived raising two kids, multiple health issues, heart attacks, pacemakers, bypass surgeries, cancer, and survived it all. In addition to that, you lived through a multitude of high school students and parents. And through it all, you've done it with grace, grit, class, and kindness. The theme of this deal today is the thing I love about Mom and Dad is, and the thing that I always sticks out to me is you were always there. I remember as a little guy playing Little League Baseball, we'd ride our bikes to Lions Park to get ready for the game, but I was never ready to play until I could see the old blue Oldsmobile with you in the front seat parked behind the third baseline. Throughout growing up, there was a multitude of games where you spent time in the bleachers through blistering heat and freezing cold and everything in between. I always knew you were there. You never missed anything. And not only did I know you were there, I usually knew exactly where you were sitting. And what you probably don't know is through the corner of my eye, I was always watching you watch me. That meant a lot to me. A lot of my teammates and friends didn't have that. And it was always very special to me. Even as an adult, that never changed. I remember finishing many marathons, and I knew at the finish line you would be the first one there cheering me on and greeting me at the end to make sure I was okay. I always knew you were my biggest fan, whether it was through sports, life, everything else, and you've carried that on through our kids and grandkids. As I reflect back, I think back of when Dad was principal at Mountain View and Mom was running the bus garage. You had these Motorola walkie-talkies. Dad's call sign was Mountain View, and Mom's call sign was number one. And you would, I could remember hearing Dad checking in with the words, "This is Mountain View to number one, Mountain View to number one," and Mom replying, "This is number one. What you got, Mountain View?" The whole school district could hear this walkie-talkie network, and yet Dad was always checking in with number one. And that's how you made it 70 years, is you made each other's number one. And that was always noticed by me, and I'm sure everyone else, that through thick and through thin, you always had each other's best interest first. Thanks for always being there. Thanks for being such great examples, and thanks for taking such great care of us and each other. We love you. Happy 70th anniversary.
Happy anniversary, you guys. I keep thinking about my favorite memories, and of course, there's lots of vacations and places we went and things we did. But I think that my favorite memory I keep coming back to is just spending time together as a family at your house in Lehigh. You know, whether it was Christmas in your front room, or it was at summertime out on your big covered deck with or patio with Grandma and Grandma Gray and Josh and Natalie, and just just really, having fun together. Every time that I smell like a rotisserie chicken or salt and pepper on the grill, I think of Grandpa out there. Think about playing catch with my dad out there. Like I've had thousands of balls thrown back and forth back there, and digging into the little outbuilding shed there that was off the patio there into the deep freeze to get popsicles. So there's just a lot of memories there. I think of some of the stuff that we did together, Jackson Hole, going to Bar J to see the Bar J Wranglers, and there's been so many good memories. So love you guys. Happy anniversary. None of us would be who we are without you guys.
What I love most about Grandpa and Grandma is their example of unconditional love and caring for each other and those around them. I always love seeing Grandpa open the door for Grandma all the time in the car and just treat her like a princess all the time. I am so grateful to have you both in my life. You're always there for the concerts and piano recitals and plays, and always calling to know how I'm doing. Being across the country is sometimes hard, but I love being able to talk to you guys on the phone and love being able to come and chat with you all when I am home for a little time. I'm so happy for you for your 70th anniversary. This is amazing. It's an achievement that I don't think I'll ever get to, but having that example is just something I am so grateful for. And I love you guys both so much, and congrats again on 70 years, and I can't wait till we can get back together, all of us, and celebrate this achievement in person. But again, love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.
Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. Happy anniversary. What I wanted to talk about, what I love most about Grandma and Grandpa, and that's that I love to tell them good news. Whenever I have good news, it's so much fun to call them, and they always turn good news into great news, and make me feel so excited about it. I was so lucky they would always come visit St. George while I was in college, and living down here. And I remember we had just found out we were expecting Red, and it was kind of early, and I just knew I wanted to tell Grandma and Grandpa at dinner. We were gonna go meet them at the Olive Garden, like we do as tradition. And, at first we're like, oh, is it too early to say something? I said, no, I want this moment. I want to be the one to tell them. I'm just so excited. And that still goes down as one of my absolute favorite memories of my whole pregnancy, was telling Grandma and Grandpa Price that we were expecting. And I don't think anyone was more excited than Grandma. She might have been even more excited than me on that point. And after Red was born, it was kind of scary because he was so early. But Grandma and Grandpa made the trip down to see Red in the NICU and make sure he was okay, and they made sure I was okay. And it just always touched me how much I knew they loved me and cared about me. And I live in St. George now because I loved growing up and visiting their house down here. And I hope you guys have the best anniversary. 70 years is incredible. I hope one day I can say I've been married for 70 years. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Happy anniversary. Can you say happy? Can you say anniversary? Can you say I love you? I love you. Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
And I love you.
How are you from the car?
And happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Yep, very good. Blow kiss. Very good, Red.
Hi, happy anniversary, 70 years. And through all that time, of everything that we can think of, the thing that we love most about Mom and Dad is constancy. You have always been there for us, for our kids, just making sure that things came out right, that we had the support we needed, the love we needed, the reassurance we needed, and that cascades down to the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren. And so at this time, all we can say is thanks, we love you, and we look forward to many more happy anniversaries.
Yes, thanks for all the great memories. We appreciate you being our cheerleaders when we moved all over the country, and you even came to visit us in places that had crummy weather. We appreciate that, and we love you for that. And we're thankful for you being an interested part in our lives and our kids and grandkids. So happy anniversary. We love you. Bye-bye.
Happy anniversary. So some things that we were thinking about. One thing that I love about great grandma and grandpa is that nothing is too good for their grandchildren or great grandchildren. So when I was in college, I remember I was telling grandma that I had volunteered to lead the singing in sacrament meeting and they couldn't find anybody to do it, and I just volunteered, and she said to me, that's right, we don't let those little blondies take over everything when we have so much more to offer. And I have quoted that often, thinking that it was sure great that she thought I was kind of a fabulous person. And then in high school, they were visiting one time, and there was a boy that I had had a crush on that was in a different ward, and he came to visit our ward, and he completely ignored me and walked right past me when he came in, even though we had been out a few times, and grandma was not impressed. And she let me know in no uncertain terms that he was not good enough for me, and she was completely right. She was completely right. Grandpa has taught me how to plant pole beans and how to pack my trash. I definitely organize my recycling by size to fit as much in there as possible. And I think of him every time I do that.
Yeah, I've always appreciated how much they've served us, how much Grandpa and Grandma have served us. When Natalie and I, for a time, we both had to work, and Daniel was a baby, and they watched him for us, and that was really, and they were really great with him, and we would go to pick him up, and Daniel would be sprawled out on Grandpa's belly taking a nap, and there was also a time when Grandpa came over, I think when Natalie was pregnant and I was at work, and he planted our garden for us, and helping with Daniel, and he fixed our, just showed up one time to fix piano bench at our house. Just saw that it needed to be fixed and showed up and did it. And for one, I always appreciate with Grandpa and Grandma, I always have someone I can talk to about the Jazz or BYU game or whatnot. So that's always fun. It's sure nice to have them close by, and we love them a lot.
Yeah. Oh, and the Price is Drive-In. We were going to mention Price is Drive-In. We numerous times when we were newlyweds did we reap the benefits of what we called Price is Drive-In. When Grandma would they'd have us for a Sunday dinner and then send us home with just sacks of leftovers, or Grandma would call and say, hey, I made this and it's here, come and get it from the drive-in. And that was always great. So we really have enjoyed living so close. It's fun to be just a hop, skip, and a jump away, and we've really been blessed by that. So we love you guys. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary!
One thing I love about great grandma and great grandpa is that they're so kind to everyone. Happy 70th anniversary!
I love them, and I like to play with them, and happy anniversary!
What I like about great grandma and great grandpa is that they are festive. Happy 70th anniversary.
Happy anniversary!
Hey, Grandma and Grandpa, happy 70th anniversary. Hope you guys have a great time celebrating. I feel like when I married into this family, I kind of hit the jackpot on getting a bonus set of grandparents. I've kind of always just thought of you two as an extra set of grandparents. I had 2 great sets of my own, and now I've got a 3rd, and I really love that. I was kind of thinking back on some of my favorite memories. I was thinking back to when Josh and I were first married, and we used to come over to your house quite a bit for Sunday dinners or just to hang out and talk. And even once Nathan was born, when we lived here for just a couple of months, bringing him over, and how fun that was, and how it gave me a chance to get to know you guys right away early in our marriage, and how grateful I was for that. And then more recently, just thinking about, I think my boys are probably going to say some of the same things because they're some of our whole family's favorite memories. But I've always really loved things like the BYU tailgate parties that we've done in your basement. That's always been a highlight, getting to do that. And thinking about the carriage ride that we took one Christmas, we'll never forget that one. That was super fun. I've also loved doing the women's broadcast in your basement with Grandma. And a couple of things that I just love about you guys. I was thinking, who could not say Grandma's sense of humor? I just absolutely love it when Grandma tells a joke and then laughs and laughs and laughs and then tells it again and laughs again. And I just love it. I love that we have such a great namesake for Dallin. We do talk to him pretty often about, remember who you're named after and pay attention to what he's like, Grandpa Dale. And then we gave him the middle name Andrew, and we tell him, that means strength and courage, and look for that in Grandpa, because that's there. I just think you two are such great examples to our family and to our kids, and we're so, so glad to get to interact with you so often, and just hope that you have such a great anniversary. You deserve it. Happy 70th.
Grandpa, I like that you have a lot of interesting stories and you're willing to tell them. And Grandma, I like that you are always laughing and always bring a good energy to the room.
One of my favorite things about Grandma and Grandpa is their senses of humor. They often appreciate my jokes, and that's always nice. But one of my other favorite things is that, back a few years ago, we'd go over to their house every BYU game, and it'd be great times. There's a lot of popcorn, and I know my brothers and I loved messing around with the exercise machines. So yeah, that was always fun. Love you.
Hey Grandma and Grandpa, congrats on 70-year anniversary. I'd say probably my favorite memory is I remember one time me and all the cousins, we were in the exercise room, we called it, on the workout machines watching holes, and then I recall everyone went crazy in the living room because of some football touchdown, and we all got scared, and looking back, it was really awesome. So yeah, congratulations.
Hey Grandma and Grandpa, I've been asked to say my favorite thing about you. So what I really like about you too is I really like your smiles. And example, there was a photo from a few years ago. There was a Diet Coke cake, and you guys' reaction to that was just amazing. I just wanted to say happy anniversary, 70th anniversary, and we love you guys. Bye.
It's hard to put into words everything that the two of you mean to me. From stories you've told growing up and memories I've had to our more recent interactions, you've just been so wonderful. Grandma, I have always appreciated what I learned about you and of the time when you and Grandpa were about to be married, about how your mom and dad hadn't yet been through the temple, and you decided that a temple marriage was what you wanted, and that you wanted your parents to be there. And when you made that decision and encouraged them to be in the temple and be sealed together, and to you connected a link in this eternal chain of families that has blessed my dad and has blessed me and blesses my children. So I thank you for showing me the importance of temple ordinances and covenants. I also really appreciate your sense of humor. I love the stories you tell. I love it when you start laughing so hard at your own story that you can hardly speak. We have so many memories of that, and it's really fun. I love remembering that time you were with us in Wisconsin playing a game for Christmas, and you had to act out in charades format the actress Mae West, and you stood up and you made motions of her voluptuous figure, and it was just hilarious. We just about died laughing. I appreciate your constancy in the face of challenges and adversity, and I appreciate that I always know that you love me. Grandpa, you're an example of strength and determination and of constancy as well. You don't know this, but some years ago I was in your house in the basement, and I think during this time you were serving as a Sunday school teacher, and I was sitting in a chair and came across some notes that you had placed in some kind of shelf or table by the chair, and I looked at it and started reading in your very neat handwriting a story of your time in Korea and of a time when you felt particularly guided by the Holy Ghost. And I thought the story was so incredible that I actually managed to make a photocopy of it and sneak it out. And I've read it over the years, and it's been a tremendous inspiration to me. The story was of a time when you were out on patrol and went through an area where fellow soldiers were laying a minefield, and the path through that minefield was indicated by flags. Your mission was to identify a place for a supply ship to land, but you found upon securing a location and trying to head back to base that the flags had been pulled up and the way through the minefield was no longer apparent. And you described how you sat sort of on the hood of the vehicle, and the Holy Ghost told you which way to tell the car to turn bit by bit so that you could get home safely. And as I've thought about that story, I feel like the Lord was protecting me and my dad at the same time as he was protecting you and Grandma. And I have loved that example of inspiration. I love your sense of humor. My kids have loved hearing you when they're very young sing silly songs to them, and they love it now when you tease and joke with them. Thank you for your tremendous example. I love you more than I can say, and I hope you have a really great anniversary. And now we hope you enjoy this slideshow of our family through the years. Happy anniversary.
There is beauty all around when there's love at home. There is joy in every sound when there's love at home. Peace and plenty here abide, smiling sweet on every side. Time does softly, sweetly glide when there's love at home. Love at home. Love at home. Time does softly, sweetly glide at home. In the cottage there is joy when there's love at home. Hate and envy dare annoy when there's love at home. Roses bloom beneath our feet, all the earth's a garden sweet, making life a bliss complete when there's love at home. Love at home, love at home, making life a bliss complete when there's love at home. Kindly heaven smiles above when there's love at home. All the world is filled with love when there's love at home. Sweeter sings the brooklet by, brighter beams the azure sky. Oh, there's one who smiles on high when there's love at home. Love at home, love at home. There's more than one who smiles on high when there's love at home. When there's love at home. There is beauty all around when there's love at home. There is joy in every sound when there's love at home. Peace and plenty here abide, smiling sweet on every side. Time does softly, sweetly glide when there's love at home. Love at home, love at home. Time does softly, sweetly glide when there's love at home. In the cottage There is joy when there's love at home. Hate and envy ne'er annoy when there's love at home. Roses bloom beneath our feet, all the earth's a garden sweet, making life a bliss complete when there's love at home. Love at home. Love at home, making life a bliss complete when there's love at home. Kindly heaven smiles above when there's love at home. All the world is filled with love when there's love at home. Sweeter sings the brooklet by, brighter beams the azure sky. Oh, there's one who smiles on high when there's love at home. Love at home. Love at home. There's more than one who smiles on high when there's love at home. When there's love at home.